Hi, I'm Tony Parker, the historian at the World Golf Hall of Fame and Museum here in St. Augustine, Florida. Yesterday, Hall of Fame member and golfing legend Gary Player celebrated his 80th birthday. 80 years young and still going strong. Gary Player burst on the scene on the world stage in 1959 when he won his first major championship, the Open, at Muirfield in Scotland. Just 2 short years later, he came to Augusta National and he took the crown at Augusta in 1961. He's the first international player ever to hold that distinction. He held that for 20 years until the next Spaniard from, or Seve Ballesteros from Spain, burst on the scene to win it in 1980. He came back in 1962 and he won the PGA Championship at Aronimink in Pennsylvania. So out of the 4 years, he won 3 major championships already. But to round out his career Grand Slam, he won the U.S. Open in 1965. He did that using a unique set of golf clubs, a set of Shakespeare with fiberglass shafts. Now, right after the U.S. Open ended in '65, Shakespeare quit making those clubs, and they go to making fishing rods. Now, Gary Player has never been one to be soft-spoken or quiet about what he feels very strongly about. In 1960, at the Open Championship in St. Andrews, Scotland, he wore these pair of black and white trousers as a protest against apartheid in South Africa. Now, Gary practiced what he preached. When Charlie Sifford came on the PGA Tour, in a lot of the clubhouses, he was not allowed to eat in the clubhouse cafeteria or the dining room. He was relegated back to the locker room. Well, Gary Player would take his food out of the clubhouse, down to the locker room, and share his meals with Charlie Sifford down in the lockers. In the year 2000, at the Millennium Open, Gary Player was back in St. Andrews, wearing those same trousers again in celebration of the end of apartheid in South Africa. Now, what amazes me is in that 40-year period from 1960 to the year 2000, Gary Player was able to fit in those same trousers. Boy, if only we could stay as trim and slim as Gary Player. Gary went on to win 9 major championships and 24 victories on the PGA Tour. But worldwide, he had 165 victories. And as a player, a golf course architect, and a global ambassador for the game of golf, he's traveled over 15 million miles. Now, how in the world can you keep up that type of regimen? Well, we're talking about Gary Player here. We're talking about Mr. Fitness. Now, at 77 years old, Gary graced the cover of the ESPN Body Issue. If only we could hold that physique in that shape at age 80. If I could do it at age 40, it would have been outstanding. But he's still going strong and still a strong proponent of physical fitness and mental agility. We have a golf ball that he's holding here in this photograph, here for our guests and our visitors to make the pose, which he did. So, 80 years young, with the body of a 40-year-old and living strong, congratulations, Mr. Player, and happy birthday.